All right, ladies and gents, Regicide Rumble is back. It has been 2.5 years since Regicide Rumble 2 happened, which is mind-blowing to me, actually. I think it was one of the very first time that I crossed 1,000 viewers. And right now, we have over 1,000 viewers at the very start for day one. For those that might be watching on YouTube, this is part of a 3-day stream for me. So this is the community game day, meaning we have a lot of... well, it's set up just like my community games. We have a lot of viewers who just happen to play the game as well, and they're involved. Day 2 will be intermediate, and day 3 will be experts, and we'll have different maps and crazy settings throughout all the days. You don't have to worry if you're on YouTube. All of it's going to be on YouTube, and you guys get to see the chat here saying hello to you. You'll get a bit of a taste of what the Twitch experience is like. So, in the yellow, we have Tiger. Tiger is playing as the Malians. In the teal, we have Tarsis. Tarsis is playing as the Franks. In the gray, we have DJ. He is also playing as the Franks. In the blue, we have a man that many of you might know, and his name is Blue Coffee. He showed up this morning, and he's just passing into this game, guys. He became a legend because of Regicide Rumble. He became a legend while getting 3rd place, and then soon after Regicide Rumble, he joined community games and was destroying everybody. So the legend is here, and I'm curious to see if people will even let him survive for very long. We have W. I do not know how to say that, but W is also playing as the Mayans. In the purple, we have Idefix. Idefix is playing as the Chinese. In the green, we have Aztecs for Uber Macho. And then in the red, we have Endurance, who's playing as the Spanish. So, Blue Coffee is talking about the trade already at this point. Endurance says, "Only to you, man. We besties till the end, right?" And Blue Coffee said, "Yes, where are you? Am good, trade this side." And he signaled. So, Blue Coffee's already thinking diplomacy 3 minutes into the game. This map is called Grand Barra. And you'll notice that players have to chop the wood to get to the center. So they do have gold. They do have some stone on the outer ring. However, to get to the center where there's extra wood and where there's extra resources, they need to chop through. At 2 hours in all of the games, there's a small storm that starts to push in from the sides. And that storm will do damage, and we can talk more about that once we get closer. But I made some changes. It advances 10 tiles. So you see these little... why can't I think of the name? It's 9 a.m. for me. I'm still not awake. Torches. Yeah, little torches. These things, that kind of indicates where that storm will go. And then there's different sets of torches. It's not exact, but that's pretty much how it goes. Regicide Rumble 3 is all about the king snipes, though. Because if you snipe a king, you earn $5 to take to the bank. And if you win the game, you get $50. Exception being the final day. The experts will actually get $100 a win. I expect these games to be long. I expect these games to be good and potentially have some new legends. Blue Coffee says, "Orange between us." All this conversation going on right now. Well, I'll try and keep tabs on chat, guys. But one thing you need to know. There's some different diplomacy features that Capture Age has. And I guess YouTubers might not have heard of this stuff yet. So you see these dots on the right-hand side. It's pretty simple. If there's a normal dot, that means that Idefix and yellow are allied. You see how there's an orange circle? That means that Idefix has allied orange, but orange is not accepted. It looks like orange is not allied anybody yet. So he did say it's his first diplomacy game. He actually hasn't acted on any diplomacy yet. And honestly, there's probably going to be a lot of questions from people in the Twitch chat because this is a new feature. Props to Capture Age for doing all of this. Capture Age is freaking amazing. Right here, we'll have alerts when kings are in the danger zone, and you'll get to see that as time goes on. Also, while we have the time to thank people, and I'm going to be doing this a lot, if we could thank Dux the Savior and Tommy for the new emotes. We have T90 Snipe, T90 Easy, we have 4 different emotes. Thank you guys for doing that. And then also, I think most importantly, we need to thank my mod team Specifically Hazemi. Like, Hazemi's been going crazy with working on these maps. I can read off all the names, but these maps have been edited with a custom storm because of players like, or users like Hazemi and Hank, and like I said, about 10 to a dozen people who worked on all of this. So Hank the Super Nerd's the guy who is kind of my go-to for things like this, and he's actually on holiday. So Hazemi, he stepped up to the plate, and he put in a lot of time and effort to get us these maps. So thank you very much. We've had multiple updates as well. So it's interesting to see how some players are talking, some players are not. Blue Coffee's chatting like crazy already. Like, he's already thinking about diplomacy. But I think the problem for Blue Coffee in 2019 is that everyone knows that he's good. Everyone knows his diplomacy is virtually unmatched. And so if he tries to be sneaky and he tries to trick someone, they might not fall for it just because of his reputation. And Blue Coffee says, purple, we need, finish. He can't type, apparently. He says, we finish. Roga? What is that? Reggae? Fast, then trade. Gray here, we need to kill gray, teal, then trade. Okay. So, he's talking about corners. And he asked me, he said, hey, there's a storm in this, right? Because I guess he had read about the settings. I said, yes, there is. And he asked me specifically, what time does the storm come in, yada, yada, yada. So 2 hours is a very long time. The main reason we have a storm is just to prevent players from camping in corners with lots of castles and whatnot. I think every win that Blue Coffee has gotten since becoming a legend has been significantly more difficult because of his reputation. I think that makes a lot of sense. Really excited to see what player reputations are going to do to the pros on the final day. Like players like MBL, Hera, Vivi, Yo, Lix. I mean, are these guys going to get killed off earlier by the lesser known high level players? It's possible. So I changed a few things. You'll notice right up here is our viewer count. And then I guess the rest is self-explanatory. So I kind of like that. Not seeing a lot going on right now. A few deaths. I'm pretty sure it's just players losing their horse to town center fire. Endurance is sending villagers this way. And Idafix sees this. There's free Carto if you're all allied. Once the markets are up. And I'm not sure what Endurance is doing or why he is here. But nice awareness from Idafix. Now guys, Idafix is who I would consider the strongest player in this game. He's very good. He's 1800 rating. And he's immediately going to 3 town centers. So he's going for the eco approach. Tarzes says, Tiger, only you see this. Blue Coffee wants to ally with me, but I don't trust him. And Tiger says, sure thing, man. So already it begins. This is what Regicide Rumble's all about, the Diplo, man. And Tarsus says he doesn't trust Blue Coffee. Alright. 4 town centers for Idafix, so expect to see his Vil count go up and up and up. T90, which player apart from Blue Coffee catches your eye? I mean, Idafix. I mean, also Idafix, get it? I mean, Idafix is a really good boomer. Players that I think you should look out for, though. Players like Uber Macho, for example. Uber Macho, a bit later to Castle Age. But I've seen him play before. He is decent level. Endurance. Remember, you get money for sniping kings. You can finally be like, Mom, I made money doing this. So, if you make money sniping kings, there's all the more reason to snipe the top dogs. I'm really hoping the memes come out. We have an easy money emote. So, I think it'd be hilarious if someone snipes. Like, imagine like Vivi sniping someone on the expert day and saying, I have, you know, money or something. I don't know. It would be fun. Now, Blue Coffee's thinking a lot about trade, but on this map, there's a lot of gold in the center, so we'll see how important trade really is. I feel like having control of the center is good. I think one concern that players might have is where they hide their kings. For example, Green's king is here. If he builds up in the center with castles and economy, and he forgets his king is on the outer ring, it could be sniped. So it's not the easiest map to hide your king on. The left side shows when players are using the market. Actually, I don't know if the Capture H team is there. If I could possibly... Well, you know, I'll keep tabs on it, but I feel like every time someone uses the market is a bit extreme for an 8-player game. This little shield thing means that players are changing diplomacy stances, though, so that's always good. I mean, I find the civs very interesting. 2 Franks, so lots of paladins. Mayans could go halbs and plumes. Chinese can do virtually everything. Aztecs go eagles, rams, skirmishers. Spanish for their trade bonus and paladins. I mean, I would probably choose Spanish personally. I think Spanish is really strong. However, there are no bombard towers. We removed bombard towers. We also removed all of the HP techs that you can get. If you remember Regicide Rumble 1, there was a game where a player named Bloody Neval, who unfortunately is no longer in the community, had like 20 castles with towers, and he had all the HP techs, so it was indestructible at a certain point of the game. I wanted to prevent that. Why did Orange turn like 4 people to enemy? I don't know. I don't know. He said it's his first Diplo game ever. It's weird how he didn't ally everyone at the start. It's possible that he's just not thinking that through. Because personally, I feel like the best approach is to ally quickly. And if you ally quickly, then players are going to be more prone to trust you. T90 for the market overlay, they could just say that player name with 2 icons and numbers, just no text. I just want to remove this in general, but I think it gets more spammy around this time because players are using the market to buy resources. So you'll see a lot of players buying food at this stage to keep town center production going. Freaking Yellow has 3 town centers in the center right now. Okay, so it's worth pointing out that these baobab trees, they have 200 wood. And then that means, or sorry, it doesn't mean. In the center, the bamboo also is 200 wood. We tested this last week, and I felt like the concern was the lack of wood, so we added wood in the center. More reason to go to the center. But then you have a decision to make. Like, if you leave your king in the outer ring, it's so easily sniped. But you don't really want to send your king to the center either, because there's lots of people here. Okay, I'm being told that that Orange's name means sausage roll. Is that German? That's funny. The legend of the sausage roll. Is that true? Can somebody fact check me on that? I mean, that makes it so much more interesting if he does something legendary. It's sausage bun. All right, sausage is all I need for a meme. The legend of Sausage Man. Let's go. Imagine that YouTube thumbnail. My editor would have a field day with that. Alright. I'll take your word for it, chat. Twitch chat can always be trusted. Always. Pretty peaceful stuff, guys. Blue Coffee said, Gray, you want to take middle. Blue Coffee's already starting to stonewall up. How many times have we seen this? Where he stonewalls up nice and early. Now, I know in the past, Blue Coffee would choose Spanish a lot. He did not do that here, which is surprising. Not that Mines is a bad civ, but still. There's a castle for Idefix in the center. As predicted, he has 75 villagers. That is the most. He's also collecting some relics as well. He's at a really strong start. But guys, the bad thing about having a strong start in a Diplo setting is that everyone sees the score. And Idefix just called DJ an ass because DJ killed his monk. So he could take the relic. That's funny. I want drama. I want people to get frustrated with each other. That's only the start. Also, what is Endurance doing? Why is his king here? Is DJ gonna attack that thing? Dude, this is not a good decision, Endurance. Oh, hold on a second. What happened? DJ turned on Endurance. Probably because he saw the king. Did he ally him again? Okay, he allied him again. Idefix just signaled the king, and he says, what you do? He's like, what are you doing? And I don't know where Endurance is going. Endurance is... He's just passing! He's just passing into Blue Coffee's base. Endurance says, nothing. Blue Coffee, I ransom my king. Queen. Why would you give Blue Coffee your king, Endurance? Why would you do that? Gray also has scouts here. Gray wants it. This does not make any sense. He's giving Blue Coffee all the power. Does he respect the legend? Is he, like, I don't know. That's $5 sitting inside Blue Coffee's town center. Blue Coffee says, Gray, go. And I think he's letting Gray bring the relic back. That's nice. Okay. So Gray tried to enemy Red. And Red saw it coming. Red's just laughing because his king is now in the castle with Blue Coffees. That's funny. And Tarza says, Gray, making stables, go Halbs, I'll make Paladin. Alright, so good team talk here, assuming that Gray is even going to work with Tarza's. And Endurance says, cutthroat bunch, aren't you? You know, this is funny. Endurance gets into Regicide Rumble, and he just wants to be remembered in whatever way possible. He just wants people to laugh. It's what I always say. You might not be the best player to get into a community game, but just make people talk. Make the game interesting. He's town-centered this corner, I guess, with those villagers he sent out earlier. And he has market, so he really wants to work with Blue Coffee. He's giving Blue Coffee a reason to keep him alive, isn't he? And Blue Coffee probably sees this stuff. He says, Gray, Teal, me, our friend, what is your plan? Blue Coffee senses that something is going down. He senses that people want to kill him quickly. And the reality is, Blue Coffee is not the strongest player in this game. In fact, he's second from bottom score. But everyone has seen this before. This is not a new story. Another castle now for Blue Coffee. This is the calm before the storm, guys. This is the calm before the crazy storm that is Regicide. Okay, Gray's walling up as well. How many relics does he have? He has 2? He's about to have 3 relics. There's a monk with a relic right there. That's really good. There's 2 relics for Uber Macho as well, and he's Aztecs. Okay, Gray has some axemen in here. Blue Coffee notices this. Blue Coffee says to Red, Red, don't be so obvious. Yeah, I think he doesn't want everyone to know that he and Red are buddy-buddy. So keep our relationship a secret, please. And Gray says, not for you, we are friends. I think Gray really wants that king. That's what it is. That's why he has the units there. He wants to kill Red's king. I wonder if DJ's going to bring this up at some point. Say, hey, listen, Red is inside Blue Coffee's TC and they're trading together. And Blue Coffee won't let me kill him. Oh, Purple's making a move. Our first attack. Idefix is next door neighbors to Wu. And honestly, this is not looking very good for Wu. He's on his way to the Imperial Age. He's being attacked by Elite Chikunu and Seadram. I think we're about to see our first kill. I mean, maybe, because it's Regicide Rumble and these games can be very intense and very long, Orange can make a run for it. But I fear the worst for poor Wu. He had a slower start, and he was right next to one of the stronger players in this game. And this is going to be a slaughter. Now, if you haven't seen the new Capture Age features yet, keep an eye on this area of your screen once the king gets relocated or attacked. But yeah, Siege Ram Chuganu will destroy everything that Orange has currently. So Idefix is just a big, bad bully. That's what he is. Okay, he's a big, bad bully. And he's not a bully because he's a bad guy. He's a bully because he's one of the best players here. And so he has just put a gigantic target on his back. You see that a lot with higher rated players getting into these games. Wu has now said purple to enemy. And his only ally is Blue Coffee. And Blue Coffee said, I am getting plume purple. So I think... Whoa, Red is just sending resources to Blue Coffee as well. Yo, if Red just sucks up the Blue Coffee all game, and then snipes Blue Coffee when Blue Coffee doesn't expect it, that would be epic. Because currently he is sucking up to him big time. And I guess Blue Coffee wants to clear Orange out as well, and also this would gain a friend in Idefix. So Orange's king is making a run for it now to the center. Why is my phone blowing up? Don't people know it's Regicide Rumble today? Jeez, people. It's actually a bunch of scam calls. I have to get Kid Boga on the line. We'll deal with them later. Well, get your respects ready. And your tears, whatever emotions you're feeling regarding Orange. I feel bad, but it's Regicide. It happens. Someone has to die first. I think it's going to be him. Still waiting for DJ to send what he's going to be sending in. Keeping an eye on the direction the players might go. I see that Tiger has lots of Malayan champions at the moment. This is no joke. Look at the farms he has in the center. Quite an economy. I don't think that Blue Coffee and DJ are going to play nice together. And I don't think Tarz is going to be very kind to Blue Coffee either. Yeah, Orange's king is inside of this town center. You see this alert right here? So, in case I was missing something, Capture Age tells me when the king's building is under attack. And the king is now on the move, and the king will survive for now. Orange hasn't really said anything this game. Hasn't really said anything at all. Tarza says, yellow, only you see this. Blue wants me to help him versus gray. You okay with that? Okay, so Tarza is respecting his neighbors. Unlike Blue Coffee, and unlike Idefix. Okay, so this is kinda suspicious. Do you see this? Red has made a castle, first off, in his own trade line, and he's making conquistadors. Will he go after Blue Coffee at some point? And is that even a smart decision? Because Blue Coffee could snipe his king in an instant. Or maybe he'll be sneaky against somebody else. I don't know. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, okay, T90, what happens now? If Purple's the one who did most of the work to snipe Orange, and he's not the one who kills Orange, what happens to the money? Well, Idefix won't get the $5. So Yellow could steal the $5 right now if he wants to. Oh, Orange actually said, no $5 for you. That's amazing. No $5 for you. You give it to somebody else. So he's just running around for now. And Green is now going to fight Idefix. In a big way as well. Idefix has his king inside of this castle. This could be dangerous against Aztecs. The Eagles are raiding his economy. And this could get real interesting. But wait, hold on a second. At the same time, Yellow is turned on Green. And Idefix could still die to the Green at the very same time. This is crazy. Green's king is inside this castle. And it's champions versus Eagles here. So the champions should win out. Idefix's king is inside this castle. We could see 2 kings die before Orange goes down. The problem there is that melee units are not very good king snipers. And, okay, orange was just killed. Was that by green? I think green got him. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, right there. See the relic appeared? That's where the king was. Okay, so green got a kill. Can he stay alive? Sorry, but there's a lot going on right now. The king has survived for Idefix. The green's king is now in this castle. Wow, the kings are moving all around. This is crazy. Meanwhile, red is being cleaned up here. Gray really has not liked red. I guess red was making a sneaky base. I don't blame him for killing that. And I've yet to see Tarsus make a move. Wow. Well, by the way, if Wu is there, basically any player who dies, if you're able to leave the game, then, unfortunately, being a 20-year-old game. Oh my God, Tarsus is going after Gray. Gray's king is in the center, but he's only been making Axeman. Axeman and Cavalier versus full Paladin from Tarsus. Now, DJ did not do a very good job speaking to Tarsus earlier. I think Tarsus wanted to work with Gray originally. Not so sure now. I see Blue Coffee has plumes. This is interesting. He's just passing. If he wants to work with Gray, it might be too late. Because Gray's already getting destroyed. Oh no, Blue Coffee is working with Tarsus. Didn't Tarsus mention that earlier? Tarsus asked Gray if he was okay with that, or Yellow actually. Yeah, okay, so Blue Coffee's teaming up with Tarsus after all. Remember, Tarsus said he doesn't trust him. Well, Purple's king is still alive. Blue Coffee's trying to get Purple to work. I don't even know what's happening right now. What's the alliance like here? Okay, Yellow and Purple are working against Green, so it's a bit of a green sandwich. And there's Green's king. Unfortunately, I think Green has just been 2v1'd. I don't know if he can survive, and we might see the second king go down. I think we're going to see the second king go down, and shortly after, we're going to see the third king go down, because I think Gray will die and Green will die. Like, I'm pretty certain of that now. I'm really curious how things will develop between Teal and Yellow. Because if Teal and Yellow will be allied, I think this is a good move for Yellow. Probably the timing was kind of rough. You know, like, if he would have worked alongside Green to kill Idefix, maybe that would have made more sense. But anyways, Yellow's move to try... Oh, Uber Macho has just lost his king. I think Idefix got the king kill there. Yep, Idefix is the lead Chukunu. But anyways, I think Yellow might find himself without an ally if Teal doesn't want to work with him. Okay, who's going to get the $5? Blue Coffee gets the $5. Gray is dead. Green is dead. And there are only 5 that remain in the first game of Regicide Rumble number 3. Meanwhile, all of these kings are getting sniped. Press F to pay respects, by the way. And red is in the inferior age. I freaking love endurance. Every game needs players like this. He arrives in Imp after 3 players die. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a very strong Tarsus. We have a very strong Idefix. And then we have Blue Coffee, who seems to be in a good position, but I'm not a fan of Mayans. I really feel as though Mayans, they don't do very well against Seedra and Paladin civs. And also now you have a few players who probably know Blue Coffee's reputation. Idefix says that house is the line, okay, Yellow. So Idefix maybe not trusting Yellow a bit, is saying that this is the line that he will not let Yellow cross. By the way, I'll repeat this if you haven't realized, when kings are sniped, relics appear, so that's something that Idefix is looking to snag. Tiger's now getting heavy camel, which makes me think he wants to deal with Tarsus, or at least prep for the possible attack. I really thought these two would have a strong alliance. Guys, Tarzus has 13,000 gold. And Tarzus says, beware. So, and Blue Coffee says, yes. And now Idefix says, yellow, let's kill teal. Ah. So Idefix, so yellow and purple will team up on teal. This is all very good for Blue Coffee. Because I feel like in a lot of the games where Blue Coffee has success, he works with people and then turns on them when they least expect it. He also has Red's king here. It would be a legendary snipe for Red if he could kill Blue Coffee while his own king was in Blue Coffee's castle. Blue Coffee says, teal, purple and yellow attacking you. Want to work together, I guess. He said, I will try to snipe. Ah, okay. Tarzus says, I need your help. I fight yellow, and Blue Coffee says K. Okay, so Blue Coffee is going to help. That would make more sense. By the way, to every single person out there who has subscribed so far today, and will subscribe, I will do my best, but seeing as this is a big freaking event, I won't be able to get to everyone in the middle of games. I hope you understand. I see your names here, and you're all lovely. Thank you. Okay, Tarzus has just turned on yellow. Now this is, in my opinion, what yellow deserved for killing green. But maybe the plan was to work with only purple. I'm not sure what you expected. Idefix has quite a few elite Chukunu, though. Meanwhile, Blue Coffee's talking. He says, Red. Red says, I see. Getting ready now. Well, hold on a second. I think Endurance is going to swoop in and hit purple from the other side with Paladins. And I am curious to see if Blue Coffee will send some help to Tarzus, or if the plan is just to get purple. You know what? If you think about it, if Blue Coffee snipes purple successfully with red, and yellow and teal cancel each other out and weaken each other, this ends up being very good for Blue Coffee. How does this happen? Blue Coffee is speaking to teal like, yeah, bro, I'm going to help you. And now Idefix is saying, hey, Blue Coffee, we're going for teal now. And Blue says, yeah, let me mass siege. So Blue Coffee is apparently helping both teams. Now, who does he really want to attack? Red has petards inside of his castle. He's making paladins. It bothers me how his own units are blocking the trade. Like, that really bothers me. And I think Tarzus realizes he's kind of screwed. Okay, and Tarzus is pointing out that Blue Coffee is not helping either of them. He's like, listen, can we have a truce? Because Blue Coffee's not helping me, and he's not helping purple, and he's not helping yellow. Do not let him do this, is what Tarzus is saying. This is where Purple's king is. This is where Purple's king is. It's right there. Idefix is so exposed to this. And Red says he went back. Now this is one reason that some people they're not very fond of Blue Coffee when they're playing with him, because he does these things so he can ultimately win the game, but yet he has to screw over a couple people. Blue Coffee says, teal, I am here. Hold 1 minute. And Tarzus says, you ain't doing shit. Oh my god! Oh my god! Blue Coffee has turned on Idefix. Idefix is on the move. Okay, Idefix's king is now running to where Red could swoop in with Paladins, possibly. Oh no! He's dead. I think. Oh! He's not dead. Blue Coffee's just passing. He didn't see it. He didn't see the king. Can he see it? Oh, it's so close. Oh, he's just researched treason. He knows the king is there now. But I believe he'll lose his siege. Okay, so Blue Coffee has actually done something. Tarzus probably begins to trust him and respect him a little bit more. And you can immediately feel the lack of purple on this side. Yellow is getting destroyed. Tars is also raided here. And here comes Red! Here comes Endurance! This is what Regicide is all about, sniping the kings. And Blue Coffee's protecting the town center, and he says, Red, quick! Red, teal, now! We 3 versus 2. Kill king! Blue Coffee is underneath the town center, where Idefix is hiding his king. The petards are on the way. Purple has not turned on Red at all. And, oh! Who's gonna get the kill? Who gets the $5? Blue Coffee gets the $5, but great teamwork. Great teamwork. Blue Coffee actually apologizes for stealing the king. Endurance and Blue Coffee do it. So now we have Tars remaining, Blue Coffee, Tiger, and Endurance. However, I don't think Yellow has any friends anymore. And if Uber Macho is out there watching, he's probably saying good. He's probably saying you deserved this. Because we could have worked together. Aztecs and Malians would have been a beautiful combo. Wait a second. Red has turned on Tarz's. Oh boy. I mean, it's going to be the ultimate showdown, isn't it? It's going to be Endurance and Blue Coffee against Tarz's, probably. Honestly, Tarz's could do it alone. He seriously could do it alone. Yellow is making a massive amount of walls to just survive, but I don't see how he can win without access to resources in the center. If Red somehow kills Teal, that would be interesting. Tarzus has not reacted to the fact that Red turned on him. Oh no, he has. There we go. Alright. Ubermacho says, yeah, he deserved it. Yeah, I think he felt like teaming with Idefix would be a good move in his defense. It wasn't like he just killed you for no reason. I think what he should have done is he should have used green to fight against Idefix. They could have fought together. And then later on turned on him. Tiger says, Red, can you delete so I can pass? He wants to just pass. And Red says no. He's like, no, I'm not letting that happen. Both Blue Coffee and Endurance are researching fortified walls now. Okay, so Red will not be able to damage Tarz's all that much. I think Tarz's should stonewall. I know players hate to do it, but when you have... And actually build castles with Franks would be a nice idea. Yeah, so Greg is asking a question about how I pay people. I can't really cross the road on how I'm going to pay people if they don't have PayPal until that happens and if that happens. So we'll cross that road when we come to it. If I owe somebody money and they can't receive it in the ways that I can send it, we'll figure that out. Fly over and pay in cash? Yeah. I'll fly to wherever that may be and just give them the $5 in cash. Most likely, I'll gift subs, you know. Most likely, I'll gift subs to the stream. Okay, so this is where I get really, really interested in how this is going to go. Because it's pretty obvious. You have Red and Blue working together. But Tarz's half believes that Blue Coffee is on his side. Because Blue Coffee's doing a good job at working with him now. Yeah, and the way Blue Coffee's talking definitely seems legit. And Blue Coffee has said to Teal, let's kill Yellow. And Teal said, well, what is Red doing? And Blue Coffee said, I don't know, he's weak anyway. Let's deal with him later. Now, Blue Coffee has not shared the fact that he has Red's king inside of his own castle. He's not shared that bit of information with Tarz's. I think if Tarz's knew that, Tarz's would trust Blue Coffee a whole lot less. But Tarz's knows Blue Coffee's, how Blue Coffee tends to play. He knows his reputation. And I do not think he truly trusts him at all. But he's going to work with him for now. Where's Yellow's king at? Oh, Yellow's king is running to the center. He's running to this castle. He sees that the army's here. Blue Coffee's doing his best to just chop the trees with the treb. That's a good idea. Oh! Oh! Hello. Tarz's king building is under attack. Tarz's will defend. Red is attacking. But red will fail. Yeah, that has to have Tarz's on edge. This is why he's so paranoid. Because he knows that red could send paladins into his base. Okay, Blue Coffee has been going back and forth. He's one of the few players who does this. Where he talks to one team, then he switches chat and talks to the next team. He's probably the best Diplo player of all time for good reason. He's working with Teal as he says to red, we will kill yellow and then we will kill Teal together. I guess they don't realize that yellow has this massive evacuation. Now, or did I say red? I meant yellow. The interesting thing about yellow staying alive is it gives time for the game to develop. He's also trying to reboom. Oh, his king is in Idefix's castle. Smart thinking. Blue Coffee says go in. And they will both arrive in here to realize that yellow has run elsewhere. So guys, remember Capture Age shows all units on the bottom right. So you can see petards there. There's some petards from red. The amount of military. Tarsus has 108 paladins. I like how they have their starting horse as well. That's funny. Okay, and someone researched treason. Tarsus probably did that, and he signaled and said, hey, yellow's king is here. And now yellow's king is moving again. Yeah, this king is running all around. And he might continue to do that, and it might just give red time to build up, or... I don't know exactly, but... I think this will give Blue Coffee some time. I just wonder if Tarsus is going to struggle for gold. He does have some golden come in the center. There's plenty of gold to gather if he wants it. But will he have the gold to continue to make paladins? Because Blue Coffee's going to have trade with red. And man, how sick would it be if Endurance snipes Blue Coffee at the very end? It'd be unprecedented, man. His king is inside Blue Coffee's castles. This shouldn't be possible. But I feel like that's the way this game is developing. They're still chasing down yellow. Oh, yellow is allied to Blue Coffee for a second there. They just turned on him. And Blue Coffee says, kill yellow. Alright. So yellow's now running away. There's no plumes nearby. The eagles are pretty quick, though. Could get some hits. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, right? I think this is probably it. Okay, Blue Coffee. Would this be his... How many kings did he snipe then? This will be his third king. It'd be $15 right here. Boom, easy money for Blue Coffee. Just passing, boys and girls. Okay, and Blue Coffee says, good, now kill Teal. Blue Coffee is living the dream right now. He has $15 in the bank. And he has one player's king in his castle. And Tarsus says, kill red now. So Tarsus probably sees where this is going. He's like, alright, now work against red. I do not think that Blue Coffee will kill red now. I don't think he wants this to be a 1v1. That wouldn't make any sense. He will realize that Tarsus is a stronger player. He is not building barracks to deal with red's paladin. He's building barracks here to deal with Tarsus' paladin. T90, any idea why people still trust Blue Coffee? Well, they don't. But Tarsus needed him. If Tarsus didn't have Blue Coffee earlier, I think that purple would still be alive. So actually, the way this game developed, Tarsus needed a friend. And yellow chose purple. Yellow did not choose Tarsus. Gray, I think he was working with Blue Coffee, and Gray didn't speak to Tarsus. So Tarsus had to be friends with Blue Coffee. But the guy has like 35 paladins queued up. He has 90 paladins. Okay, and now he's turning on Blue Coffee. So now it's about to go down. And Blue Coffee says, Teal attacking me. And this is where Tarsus could kill the legend of Blue Coffee. He could do it, possibly. With this many paladins and that much gold and this much access to gold... Oh, never mind. He's getting raided a bit. He could still do it. He has 2 relics. And Frank paladins are just nuts. Now, where's Blue Coffee's military at? I see a lot of blue, but not so much military. I guess he's going to gather units and send them here. Also, what's Red up to? Okay, Red's making paladins down here. But I'm not seeing a lot right now. I'm only seeing Teal Paladin. Imagine Endurance only letting Blue Coffee die to Tarsus, only to not make him win. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm not sure what that meant exactly, Greg, but I probably misread it. I mean, Blue Coffee didn't do a great job at prepping his upgrades. He still doesn't have the Halberdier. He has 4 castles. Man, Tarsus could win the game right here. If he snipes both kings, that'd be sweet. Yeah, he's massing halves from these barracks. Excuse me. So if Red has enough paladins to support Blue Coffee and its Plume and Halb, I think that Tarsus might not be able to push this. But he could snipe 1 castle. These castles are a lot weaker than you guys are used to seeing because of the lack of HP upgrades. Okay, 1 castle has gone down. That's something for Tarsus. He's selling food now for gold. He realizes gold will be tough to get. Red has sniped the trebuchets. Blue Coffee still hasn't clicked the Halb upgrade, but it's Pike and Plume and Paladin versus just Paladin. More Paladins streaming in the faster working stables for Franks. It's huge here. I also see that Red had placed some castles here earlier, but he hasn't done anything with it. So keeping an eye on that. And we'll look to Capture Age to remind us when players are weak enough or in danger of getting sniped. To me, it feels like Tarsus is about to run out of gold. And with Halb Plume and an ally and some trade, poor Tarsus might be in a very rough position now. Guys, how many times have we seen it? You know, we've actually seen 2 very different things with Blue Coffee games over the past year or so since all these videos. We see everyone kill him at the start, or we see Blue Coffee do his normal drag on the game and put himself in the winning position. Like, Shiny in the chat is saying, how are people so stupid to trust Blue Coffee? Again, you have to remember, the way that, well, first off, Red is just, he's just special. I don't know why. I don't know why he decided to do what he did in this game. But Tarsus kind of needed a friend because of how the others played. And I think the better question is, how does Blue Coffee always get into this position? It hasn't happened a lot recently in community games, but Regicide Rumble is where the legend was born. Filster's in the chat. Filster says, I'd trust Blue Coffee. No shit you would, Filster. Filster, you would trust 100 throwing axemen surrounding your castle, which has your king inside. You would trust that guy. Or whoever that guy might be. Tarsus just said, ally me and I let you snipe Blue Coffee. I don't know how that works. Red hasn't said anything. Hey Boxman, welcome. Yes, new display looks awesome. Really excited to see so many people here for day 1. I can't help but feel for Tarsus, but he needed an ally. And he killed Gray. Maybe he should have talked to Gray more. Easy to say now, but he needed either Gray or Yellow alive. Yellow turned on him. Gray, I'm still not sure what Gray was planning on doing. But it's diplomacy. It's not about skill. Well, it is about skill, obviously, but it's about diplomacy. You need allies. You need to think about how the games can develop. Guys, just imagine if Endurance snipes Blue Coffee. Remember, his king is inside Blue Coffee's castle. You notice how blue coffee has set the gather point to here, by the way, instead of to the outer edge? How epic would that be? Not only would it be a legendary move, but it would be a legendary move against the diplomacy legend. Okay, so red is diving in to attack this castle to snipe Tarsus' king. The king will eject, and red could possibly do this. Tarsus needs to get to another castle. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Good defense. Blue coffee says we will push him. Don't just snipe red, push. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, blue coffee saying, listen, we have resources he doesn't. Let's just slowly kill him instead of wasting resources trying to snipe. It's a good idea. I think Tarsus will try and speak to red and get red to turn on blue coffee somehow. And Tarsus says, you know it's not going to work sniping like that 3 to 4 times. You're just throwing paladin. Which is true. Red might be intentionally wasting resources to stall? That's an interesting theory. I feel like you're giving him too much credit. And Endurance says, you know I have all the paladin in the world, do you? Okay, so a bit of trash talk, bit of smack talk. Oh my god. And Blue Coffee says, Teal, do you mind my army passing through your base? Oh my goodness. Just passing, boys. He says, I won't kill you, 11, as he has rams and trebs and plumed archers. Oh my god. Poor Tarsus is probably pissed, man. Tarsus is probably pissed. He says, I'm blinded. What does that mean? Did that mean he's blinded? Or did he dye his hair blonde? Or both? Is he blind to the fact that he dyed his hair blonde? He's obviously in the middle of a big battle, so it makes sense that there would be a typo or two. Guys, Tarsus is talking shit about red. He's not happy with red. Blue Coffee says I will just pass. So Blue Coffee's enjoying the meme. But look what red is making. Red is making petards and he has 120 paladins queued. And he's making petards. Oh no, red is queuing up petards. Tarsus just committed suicide. So that means no king kill for red and no king kill for blue. That is allowed. If you commit suicide to deny the king kill, that's fine. So no money for blue and no money for red. But Endurance was hoping to make petards to snipe Blue Coffee for sure, but he doesn't have the population space. Man, that's... Hold on a second. Endurance says now Trebor with Arena. Blue Coffee says 11 Trebor. Dude, Endurance, kill him. Dude, you have 120 paladins queued up. I understand having respect for Legend of community games, but kill him. Dude, Blue Coffee should kill red, too. I mean, $50 is $50. You realize if Blue Coffee if he snipes red right now, he ends the game with 65 bucks. And he wins Regicide Rumble, which he's never done before, by the way. The just passing meme started because of him. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What just happened? What just happened? Red, you fell for it. This isn't a Trebor. This is a trap. Blue Coffee says, why don't we change the way the game goes? And Endurance is figured. Blue Coffee says, you dodge my Treb. Oh my god, so it's a Trebor. It's just that this is going to be different style now. Blue Coffee's king doesn't get to be in here. Now red has to run around and around to try and survive the trebuchets. Wait a second. Remember, Blue Coffee's king is here. Okay, so I just got an alert from Capture Age. I think blue coffee's gonna be fine. Red didn't have pop space to make paladins and petards, and blue coffee's just slowly making this this gap smaller in the center. Oh, the king is trapped. The king is trapped. I think it is trapped. Blue coffee. Just passing. Red seems to have a lot of respect for blue coffee. And he's dead. Wow. Ooh, boy. How to sum this one up? Alright, so many people might not know the backstory. I did not find blue coffee in a community game. I hosted an event 2.5 years ago. Actually, I think it was Regicide Rumble 1, so it would have been 3 years ago. Around the time I had partnership. And it was for free-for-all diplomacy. Just like this, except, you know, some differences at the time. Community was a lot smaller back then, and the game 2 signups were based on rating. And Blue Coffee contacted me because at that time he had 1,800 plus rating. And he said to me, I'd never heard of him before. He wasn't in Twitch chats or anything. He said to me that he was not truly an 1,800 player. He said that he just played a lot of Lands Nomad free-for-alls. And that when you win Lands Nomad free-for-alls, you get like 50 points or something ridiculous. So he said, I'm really like a 1,500 or 1,600 player. My rating 1,800 is going to put me with players who are a lot stronger than me. And so anyways, long story short, I said, sorry, I can't make exceptions. I didn't know the guy. We put him into the game with the higher rated players, and he ended up getting third. Now, granted, he didn't win that game, but that's where the just passing meme began because he was trying his best to Diplo with the big dogs. And here he is today. He got into Regicide Rumble 3, like 2 or 3 years later, and he finally got a Regicide Rumble win. I think Tarz has just struggled because he didn't have an ally. How often do you see this? Where a strong player struggles because they don't have an ally. I kind of forget what went on between Gray and Blue. Do you guys remember what the conversation was like between Blue Coffee and DJ? Because the reason I ask is I remember Tarz's killing. Like, I remember Tarz's speaking to Gray. I remember him speaking to Yellow, and no one spoke to Tarz's. Like, no one responded. Tarza says, I wanted to ally Yellow, but I never got the option. So, Tarza says, you were kind of screwed over because Yellow wanted to work with Purple. And so it just worked out for Blue Coffee that once Purple was sniped, Yellow was already enemied to you. So the only real option for you would have been Gray, and I think at that point you'd already killed Gray. So, anyways, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Or that's just how the cookie crumbles into the blue coffee, whatever. I have some weird coffee habits. And that is game number 1 of Regicide Rumble. That ending was perfect. Here's a look at the achievements, everybody. 1,200 kills for Tarz's. I think he deserves some salutes in the chat for how well he played. He played very, very well. He just didn't have an ally to last. That was it. But endurance, he gave us something to talk about at the very beginning. That was funny. I made it down to get the silver medal. And Blue Coffee gets the win. Only with Diplo. Doesn't matter how many kills you get. It doesn't matter how many resources you collect in all of these games. This is game number 1 of 10. It's all about King Snipes and winning at the end of the day. So that ends up being... Hold on. Blue Coffee got 4 King Snipes and the $50. Holy cow. He's a rich man. And there's the timeline for you. Again, around here was where things started to change, I think. Tarz had this big power spike from all of his resources, but with Yellow and Gray gone, he had no one around him he could ally with, and Blue and Red were very, very strong near the end because of that alliance. So if you're watching this on YouTube, my upload schedule is as follows. I will upload 1 game a day till this event is concluded. What I might do, because not everybody likes these events, I might do like 1 game of Regicide Rumble 3, And then I might later on, like 12 hours later, I might do some expert games. But I think that this video will be on YouTube in a few hours. And so if you're watching this on YouTube and you have any interest in stopping by to see the rest of the event as it goes down live, my Twitch link is below in the video description. And I'll be live Friday the 25th with 4 games. This is game 1. Saturday the 26th with 3 games of intermediate to higher level. And then the final day on Sunday will be 3 games of pro level, okay? But we need to back out now, and we need to start that next match soon.